G'day guys, Kyle Tanner coming at you with another video, this time the Division preview. Now, the open beta just happened. I didn't get a chance to play the closed beta because I didn't have a code, but the open beta was basically the next best thing. Like I say, I actually really enjoyed the beta. I'm going to touch on a few things that I saw in the beta. I'm going to just talk about some of the gameplay, the mechanics, the customization, the campaign, the story, the setting. I'm going to be talking about all of that. So yeah, let's get stuck into it, shall we? The beta basically opens you up in character creation. You have a choice between male and female. I chose male. Not much customization really there. You just basically have templates to go off for from the start, which basically you know that rest of the customization will be available upon full game release. That's all you know. Hopefully it's really good because I enjoy my character creation. Opening of the game basically has you getting flown into Manhattan, basically where the game takes place. It's basically has been hit by some sort of virus pandemic, and it's basically a dead zone now. It's full of snow. Basically his main job is try and find a cure, find out what the hell happened, and how to rebuild Manhattan, rebuild New York City, basically. Now with abilities, you have your medic, you have your tech, and you have your security. I chose tech because I wanted to have more of a supporting role and more of a, I want to get my hands on. I wanted to, you can't, your first tech upgrade is basically sort of like a grenade launcher, C4 launcher, basically. It launches a detonation charger, which basically just detonate automatically. Your shield, your security has basically a shield which is so AP. I'll show you that later. Until I never got to play medic, but I basically was a tech and security guy. So yeah. Basically in that hub zone you start out with, there's like request orders and request boards where you can actually get side quests to do. So yeah, instead of going for the main campaign, you can go straight into a side quest if you want to. I'll touch on those a bit later, but some of these side quests are pretty interesting and pretty fun to do. Now there is a color scheme for some of these equipment. White's common, green's uncommon, blue's rare, purple's epic, orange is legendary. I never found a purple or a orange equipment, but I did find a blue piece of equipment, which was basically a jacket, which basically did shit all, just made me look pretty cool, really. Now as you leave the hub zone, you're basically walking through a deserted New York. You're seeing it's just basically all foggy, it's all misty, your just faces hit with snow because you can't see basically 10 feet in front of you. It's basically, you see bodies lining up as you walk out because this, whatever hit New York was pretty serious. It killed lots of people and you still see people living in there. But you're trying to figure out what happened here, what can we do, what can the Division do to help the New York City, basically help rebuild the city. Now with the map, it's your basic map here. It just shows you all your main quests, your objective, and you have your side quests littered all out through there. Basically you just hit A and you can click on what objective you want to go to. I decided to go for a side mission instead of the main quest because I want to see what these side quests were like. Now these side quests range from hunting murderers in gangs to basically random counters to basically push back bandits from taking sort of like a location or an objective. Basically help the military push back these so they can hold this zone so they don't lose it to these bandits. Hunting murderers is basically what you do. You hunt murderers, you try and put them down so they don't do their thing again. As you continue to play the Division, you'll pick up audio logs, which basically, it's basically what people that are still living in New York are dealing with, or what some of these gangs actually, they actually list off some of the stuff they actually do, what they're going to do, which is pretty deep. And it basically gives you an insight what's actually happening to these people in here, how they're coping, how they're living. It's pretty good. Now sometimes as you're casually walking throughout New York City, basically Manhattan, you'll bump into bandits. They'll just be walking along and all of a sudden they'll start pulling out their guns because they, oh shit, that guy's with the Division, kill him. Basically, yeah, it's basically random encounter. You can find them anywhere in the city. They're not all over. They're not in certain areas. They are all over the city. You will find them everywhere, basically. Now with the gameplay mechanics, I actually quite liked it. The shooting mechanics was pretty good. The recoil on the guns, the sound of the guns were absolutely fantastic. They were spot on. Main mechanics are basically duck and weave, basically cover to cover shooter, basically normal third person stuff, basically. But it's actually pretty fluent. It moves really nice. It's really easy to get a hold of. The only problem I had with is I couldn't figure out how to throw a grenade for, I don't know, the first 40 minutes of playing, and didn't realize it was the left bumper on the left thumb on the D-pad. Didn't know you could hit that and throw your grenade, but learn something new every day, I guess. Now, exploring is a big part of this game. You can go anywhere. I actually went to the sewers, and oh my god, it goes on forever. I stopped at, I don't know, before I even got further into it, because I could have got lost, really. I mean, you won't get lost, but it's massive, those sewers. It's really massive. Now, encountering people, you'll see that people are sometimes in need and of help, and they will ask for a health pack. Now, if you give them a health pack, they will actually drop some loot. They'll actually drop some. They could drop a good piece of loot, or they could drop a bad piece of loot. I don't know, but I tend to help these people out because that's what the division here is to do: is to help people in need. Now, as I continue on with the main quest, I was my objective was to secure a base operation, which basically had to clear out this gang so I could basically set up, so I can basically have a free zone where I'm not going to be killed, or no one in the base is going to be killed, basically. So basically normal stuff, just securing the base and basically setting up a base of operations, really. Now you can upgrade your base operations by upgrading your medical wing, your tech wing, and your security wing. Those are the three main objectives. Now, what's in your base? You basically have your request orders, your request board, and you have a shop where you basically can buy your mods, weapons, gear, basically all that stuff that you need will help you. And request orders and request boards for side quests and any XP and shit. Now with the weapon customization, you basically stick anything on it if you have it. You can stick a scope, you can stick a grip on it to improve your stability, you can stick a scope on to improve your accuracy, and you can put an extended magazine to have more bullets, basically. But the weapon mods are pretty in-depth. It looks like there's going to be a pretty good weapon crafting system to enhance your weapons, enhance your ability to carry out missions a lot easier. Now, after a brief cutscene, you're basically able to pick another skill set. I picked security, because I wanted that big ass riot shield, really, because it's a beast, that's why. Your main mission basically starts you off by heading to Madison Square Garden to find a doctor that can help you unlock your medical wing. You move through Madison Square Garden, try and find this doctor because it's been overrun by bandits or cleaners or whatever they're called. So yeah. Now, what can I say about using the riot shield? Oh my god, this got me out of a tight spot. It literally is basically a bullet shield. You basically hold it up, you got a pistol here, and you basically can only carry a pistol, and your shield just takes the brunt. It's basically like a door, I think. It just absorbs so much damage, really. Now, as you continue moving through this mission, there was a medical area in Madison Square Garden, which Madison Square Garden it's basically ground zero for the disease because the hospitals were pretty full, actually. So yeah, you just realize that there's a contaminated area with full of dead bodies, people who died from this disease, really. That's a hard one to get out. But yeah, it was pretty full, and it was pretty awesome just walking through and seeing all these medical supplies, all these beds, all these goonies, and having a contaminated zone right there, just like telling you, no, don't go through there. It's just so contaminated in there. Now, what can I say about the enemy AI? I actually think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty awesome. This enemy AI is pretty smart. They will have guys that will suppress you with fire, while they have guys that will try and run at you and try and flank you with baseball bats and try and draw you out of cover, so those guys that are shooting can actually get their shot on. It's pretty smart and pretty well done. I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, sometimes the AI can be done, but that's just normal AI behavior. But I kind of enjoyed this, really. I kind of enjoyed the enemy AI. It was fun, it was smart, and it was just basically kept you on your feet most of the time during battles instead of having a one-sided battle, really. Now, what actually happened after I stopped recording and getting some of this gameplay was that I was able to unlock the medical wing. I was able to upgrade it and move on to another mission, really. Once you upgrade the medical wing, you basically can get 2 more slots in your skill set for that sort of tier, for that sort of ability. So you can get like more like a radar or something like that, or better health kits, really. So yeah, the more main missions you do for a certain ability set, the more upgrades you unlock. Now, as you proceed, you'll get more enemy variations. There are some enemies that have flamethrowers and machine guns, basically, which keep you on your feet. They're basically a pain in the ass to kill, really, unless you hit the tank, which basically is a one-shot kill. But they keep you on your feet. They're very smart, this AI. They will flank you. They will do everything they can to get to you. It's basically pretty cool that it's not one shade of enemy. It's basically different shades of enemy, and they basically keep you immersed in this game, basically, instead of having being boring and repetitive. Now, one of my final thoughts, I actually really enjoyed the beta. I did find some glitches, basically, where I would shoot a guy, but the hit points wouldn't register, but a couple of seconds later, that guy would be dead on the floor. So I was like, oh, hopefully that gets flushed out in the full game with a patch, maybe. I mean, I know it's a beta, but hopefully that doesn't happen during the games, because that can basically confuse a lot of people. Hopefully there's a lot more. You see a lot more division agents, like more people running around New York trying to rebuild it. Hopefully, say you're walking New York to a mission and you get an objective just come out saying, "Hey, one of our division agents is in trouble. Can you go help him?" So yeah, hopefully that can actually happen in the game, which would be pretty awesome. That'll give this game more of an MMORPG feel to it, what it's trying to do. I see what it's trying to do. It's trying to be a console MMORPG. And if it can do this, it can be a really great game. It can be really immersive. It can be really fun. And I really will enjoy it then. Never got to go to the Dark Zone, really. Kind of upset that I never got to go to it. But hopefully I will get to go to it when I get the full game. So yeah, hopefully I'll talk about it more. But what I've heard is pretty intense and pretty full on PvP area, where it's all out battles and you can betray your squad. Yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. I'm pretty excited for this game. This game is meant for a squad, so yeah, try and find friends to play with, because it will help out a lot instead of being alone with. So yeah, squads, definitely get a squad going. Yeah, but if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hell, maybe even share. But until next time, guys, I'm Kyle Tander, and I'll catch you later.